HubSpot versus Salesforce, strategies for success in modern lead generation. HubSpot versus Salesforce is really a lead generation strategy decision. Most teams don't struggle with HubSpot versus Salesforce as a software debate. They struggle with how to turn a CRM into consistent pipeline. If your reps are spending their day cleaning fields, hunting for context, or rebuilding lists and spreadsheets, the logo on the CRM won't matter. What matters is whether the platform supports your lead gen motion with tight routing, clean data, and SDR workflows that get conversations started. Salesforce is the category leader with roughly 21.7% global CRM market share, and it's built to support complex, multi-team organizations that need deep customization. HubSpot has a smaller reported share, about 5.2%, but it's become the default for many growth stage teams because it's easier to adopt and it brings marketing and sales together in one system. The good news is that either platform can power modern B2B lead generation when it's configured around prospecting, qualification, and handoffs. In this guide, we'll focus on the operational decisions that actually move outcomes: lead capture, routing, SDR productivity, funnel reporting, and the playbooks we use at SalesHive to make HubSpot or Salesforce feel less like admin and more like an outbound engine. Start with your GTM motion, not the CRM brand. Before you compare features, map your go-to-market motion in plain language: where leads come from, how many you expect per week, which segments you target, and who owns follow-up. A marketing-led inbound funnel has different requirements than an outbound SDR-heavy motion, and both differ again from PLG signals feeding an SDR team. When we see CRM projects fail, it's usually because the tool was chosen first and the process was forced to fit afterward. Team maturity matters as much as team size. If your org is still learning ICP and messaging, HubSpot's speed to value helps you iterate quickly without needing constant admin work. Once you're running multiple territories, product lines, partner channels, or strict forecasting requirements, Salesforce's flexibility and ecosystem tend to pull ahead, assuming you have RevOps horsepower to govern it. A practical move is to run a short requirements workshop with sales, marketing, RevOps, and SDR leaders and document what good looks like. Define lifecycle stages, ownership rules, SLAs, and integration needs. Then score HubSpot and Salesforce against those specifics. That approach prevents the most expensive mistake we see: choosing based on brand familiarity and ending up with low adoption and fragmented process. How each platform performs where lead gen actually wins or loses. For lead generation, the CRM is only as good as its ability to capture signal, route it fast, and keep SDRs moving. HubSpot is naturally strong when inbound drives the funnel because forms, email marketing, and attribution are integrated by default. Salesforce can match that power, but it's more common to achieve it through integrations and a broader architecture, great for enterprise environments, heavier to implement for lean teams. Routing is the silent revenue lever. If your team can't reliably answer who owns this lead right now, you'll leak pipeline through slow follow-up, duplicate outreach, and missed handoffs. HubSpot workflows tend to be quicker to stand up for straightforward routing by territory, company size, or source, while Salesforce assignment rules, queues, and custom logic shine when routing must account for multiple products, regions, or partner motions. SDR productivity is where the decision becomes real. When reps only spend about 34% of their time selling, every extra click matters, and the winning CRM is the one that removes friction between new lead created and first quality touch. That's also why many teams pair their CRM with a specialized outbound sales agency, a cold email agency, or cold calling services when they want to ramp pipeline faster than internal hiring allows. Build the CRM around SDR workflows, not reporting aesthetics. Most CRMs are designed from a leadership reporting perspective first, and SDR usability comes second. Flip that. Start with the SDR day: prospecting, sequencing, dialing, logging, and handing off qualified meetings. If your SDRs dread opening the CRM, your lead gen engine is already leaking, no matter how clean the dashboards look. In practice, this means role-based workspaces, task queues or list views that show exactly what to do next, minimal required fields, and automation that creates tasks instead of asking reps to remember them. In HubSpot, that usually looks like sequences, task queues, and workflows that assign owners and create follow-ups automatically. In Salesforce, it often looks like queues and list views paired with sales engagement or a dialer, plus strong page layouts and activity capture rules. The best implementations also hard-code handoffs so nothing gets lost. Define what counts as an MQL, SQL, and opportunity in one shared lifecycle, then enforce SLAs for follow-up and escalation. This is where many orgs get into trouble by letting marketing own HubSpot and sales own Salesforce as separate worlds. A split brain creates duplicate records, inconsistent definitions, and mistrust in the funnel. A CRM won't create pipeline for you. It will only amplify the lead generation motion you've actually operationalized. Treat CRM ROI like a pipeline project, then protect adoption. A CRM is worth the investment when it returns time to the field and makes revenue more predictable. Nucleus Research estimates an average CRM return of about $3.10 for every $1 invested. But that ROI shows up only when teams stop treating CRM work as IT overhead and start treating it as pipeline infrastructure. Leadership involvement matters here because adoption follows incentives, not documentation. Adoption improves when reps feel the CRM helps them win. Fewer clicks, cleaner context, and obvious next actions. That's why we recommend designing automation to eliminate shadow spreadsheets, not recreate them inside a fancy UI. Standardize objects and fields, make validation rules meaningful, not punitive, and ensure that outbound and inbound motions both log activity in a structured way leaders can trust. This is also the moment to decide whether you're building outbound internally or using specialists. If you don't have time to hire SDRs, train cold callers, and run ongoing experimentation, a sales development agency or SDR agency can deliver speed while your internal team focuses on product, closing, and retention. The key is integration. Your outsourced sales team should work from the same CRM source of truth so the pipeline is real, attributable, and forecastable. Make data hygiene a revenue discipline because bad data quietly kills conversion. Data hygiene isn't a RevOps nice-to-have, it's a revenue project. When account names are inconsistent, firmographics are missing, and duplicates pile up, SDRs waste touches, routing breaks, and attribution becomes fiction. We recommend a quarterly cadence for enrichment, deduplication, and standardization, plus lightweight rules that prevent garbage data from entering the system in the first place. In Outbound, list quality is the upstream lever. If you're using list-building services, LinkedIn outreach services, or a cold calling team, you want enrichment and verification to happen before records hit sequences or dialers. In our experience, tightening list standards and enforcing required firmographics can unlock meaningful improvements, often in the 10 to 20% range, because reps stop burning time on the wrong accounts and unreachable contacts. This is where an outbound sales agency or B2B sales agency can add leverage beyond execution. A good partner doesn't just run cold call services or cold email campaigns. They help enforce clean data entry, consistent dispositions, and structured outcomes. Whether you outsource sales partially or fully, require that every touch and result lands back in HubSpot or Salesforce so you can measure what's working and double down. Use benchmarks to find leaks and fix the right stage first. Once your lifecycle is consistent and your data is clean enough to trust, benchmarks help you identify where your funnel is leaking. Broad B2B benchmarks show roughly 13% lead to opportunity conversion and about 6% opportunity to deal conversion as a baseline, with a typical 20 to 30% MQL to SQL range. You don't need to match these numbers perfectly, but you do need to know whether you're meaningfully above or below them by segment and channel. The fix depends on where the drop happens. If MQL to SQL is low, your scoring, targeting, or speed to lead is likely off. Tune routing and prioritize follow-up. If SQL to opportunity is low, tighten qualification, improve call coaching, and recheck ICP fit. If opportunity to deal is low, that's usually an AE process, pricing, or competitive positioning problem, not a CRM problem, so don't over-automate your way around it. Build monthly reporting that leaders actually use. Conversion by channel, meetings held versus set, time to first touch, and pipeline created per SDR. HubSpot often makes cross-functional marketing to sales funnel reporting easier early on, while Salesforce gives more flexibility for multi-region segmentation and custom objects. Either way, the goal is the same: detect leaks early and fix one constraint at a time. Next steps: choose the platform that fits, then operationalize Outbound. If you're choosing today, anchor on operational reality. HubSpot is often the fastest path for lean teams that want integrated marketing plus sales, quick iteration, and simple SDR workflows. Salesforce is often the better long-term backbone for organizations managing complexity across teams and regions, especially when deep integrations and custom reporting are non-negotiable. The best choice is the one your team will actually use, and the one your RevOps function can maintain without brittle over-customization. Don't wait for a perfect CRM setup to start building pipeline. Launch Outbound with clear tracking from day one: sequence IDs, call dispositions, meeting outcomes, and channel attribution. If you're exploring pay-per-appointment lead generation, B2B cold calling services, or a cold calling agency, set expectations up front that the partner's work must flow into your CRM as structured data, not mystery meetings and disconnected spreadsheets. That's exactly how we operate at SalesHive. We plug into HubSpot or Salesforce as an SDR agency and outbound partner, handling list building, cold email agency execution, and cold calling services while keeping your reporting clean and attributable. If you're doing diligence, teams often look at SalesHive reviews, SalesHive pricing, and even SalesHive careers to understand how we hire and run delivery. What matters most is that we help you turn your existing CRM into a repeatable engine for meetings and pipeline without locking you into annual commitments.